Okay, so up next for Manchester United is Brighton in the FA Cup semi-final on Sunday, a match which I am sure will have plenty of talking points and will be a very good tactical battle between De Zerbi and Erik ten Hag. So with that in mind, let's get into the preview. Okay, so it's a chance for Man United to bounce back from that embarrassing performance against Sevilla midweek, 3-0 loss, and we were absolutely shocking across the pitch. Every single player on that pitch was not good enough, the levels dropped and it was completely embarrassing. We were outfought, outpressed, outworked, and we were beaten, and Sevilla deserved to go through. They were the better team in that match. We did cause our own downfall. David De Gea, Harry Maguire especially guilty of at least 2 out of 3 of those goals on Thursday night, so really poor stuff there, and we have to be better in this match. Brighton are a team playing very well at the minute. They beat Spurs 2-1 last time out, and they really are starting to put things together. Look at their recent matches against Chelsea, against Spurs. They have won both those matches. They are bang up there trying to compete for Europa League, even Champions League places. We have to be so good in this match if we are to get anything out of it. If we are to go into the FA Cup final, we have to be really good, really tight on possession, really careful, and it might be worth our while be a little bit more pragmatic and try to bypass that press with long balls and playing it over their midfield and seeing what we can do further up the pitch. So with that in mind, let's have a look at how the teams will line up in this one. Hopefully some changes, because a lot of players do not deserve to be on the pitch after that horror show against Sevilla. So in goal, David De Gea, I wish I could change him. I wish I could put somebody else in, a Tom Heaton maybe, but it will be David De Gea. Moving into right back, lack of options means Aaron Wan-Bissaka will continue. At centre back, no Maguire, he is suspended. No Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez, both of whom are injured, so I expect to see Victor Lindelof and Luke Shaw at centre back. I hope Shaw can have a similar impact as to what he did when he played centre back earlier in the season, going up against the likes of Erling Haaland, but let's not hold our breath on it. But hopefully Luke Shaw can put in a good performance in this match. Left back, probably Malacia or Diogo Dalot, but I think Dalot will keep his place. Moving into midfield, 3 players who really need to up their levels, of course. So Casemiro and Eriksen were very, very poor against Sevilla. Didn't get on the ball, no control, no intensity in their play. They need to have a better match in this one, or we will be pressed to death by Brighton. Of course, Bruno Fernandes comes back in. Hopefully, with a week's rest, he can be back to his best, determined, focused. We missed him on Thursday night. He at least would have brought intensity, enthusiasm, and as I said on the live stream, of course, Bruno Fernandes, one of those players you can tell genuinely cares about Man United. Moving into that forward line, let's have Wout Weghorst through the middle. With Martial injured once again, I think Weghorst will start. Off the left hand side, Marcus Rashford, so I'm dropping Sancho for this. He just has not been good enough, and I'm sorry, I think his time is running out at Manchester United. And off the right, let's have Anthony, probably our best performer against Sevilla in my opinion. Okay, so Brighton likely to line up something like this. Both teams, of course, favouring a 4-2-3-1 formation. So De Zerbi, he typically will line up with Robert Sanchez in goal. Then moving into right back, do expect to see Veltman there, kind of filling in that area, but it will turn into a back 3 when in possession, of course. Moving into centre backs, Dunk and probably Levi Colwill in there as well. And Ustapan will be at left back. Midfield is where it gets really good for Brighton and really dangerous for United, of course. So Moses Caicedo, Pascal Gross, Alexis McAllister and Solly March. Now March, of course, will line up in that wide position, but he will come inside and it creates almost like a box shape in that midfield where they can dominate the ball, move it quickly to each other's, and they basically do create that space, always having passing options, and it allows them to be so effective in possession. On the left, of course, is Mitoma, a real wild card in terms of the rest of the team. He is the one player really who will get his head down, dribble past players, create space, and he is so effective at doing so. Been an amazing form for Brighton this year. And of course, up front, it will probably be Danny Welbeck or Evan Ferguson. I think he will go for Danny Welbeck in this one. All things considered, I think De Zerbi will want that experience on the pitch that Welbeck certainly brings. Okay, so two key players in this match for Man United. If we are going to win this one, these players need to have a big match. So up first, Luke Shaw, with no other centre backs available. Luke Shaw is going to have to fill in at left centre back. Let's hope he can get on the ball, move us up the pitch with his passing and his ability to carry the ball forward, and hopefully Luke Shaw can have a good match up against either Ferguson or Welbeck. I do hope Luke Shaw can stay fit for the rest of the season. We seriously need his quality in this team, and we really struggle without him. And if he is to play at centre back, I think it will work out better for us. Of course, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, we've seen the weaknesses in both those players' games in recent matches, so let's see Luke Shaw in there. The other key player is Marcus Rashford. If we are to do anything going forward, you sense Rashford has to have a good match. Marcus Rashford, one of our most important attacking players, our top goal scorer with 28 goals this season. We need him on top of his game if we are to get anything out of this match on Sunday. So how to beat Brighton? Well, that's a question many top coaches have asked themselves this season, and it's not clear. Brighton so good across the pitch, so technically secure, especially playing out from the back, so you can't press Brighton, and it is something that they look to exploit. They've done so well against Liverpool this year by fighting that press, holding the ball amongst their centre backs. When the press is initiated, they play through it quickly, and that creates space further up the pitch for the likes of Matoma, for Solly March, Pascal Gross, Alexis McAllister to get on the ball and make things happen. So we can't overcommit to the press. We have to be disciplined, we have to be cohesive, and we have to sit in a proper mid-block, try win the ball and prevent them playing through us with too much ease. Of course, the big concern for me is playing out from the back for Manchester United. Our build-up structure is absolutely abysmal, and we've seen time and time again this season that David De Gea and that backline have failed to get the ball up the pitch and out of harm's way, and that is something that will cost us in this match, I think. Okay, so the realist in me for these predictions is saying that United will lose this match and Brighton will win, as they're perfectly set up to counter on all our weaknesses. But the optimist in me, maybe the blind optimist, is hoping for a United win. So let's go 1-0. Let's go Marcus Rashford with the goal, and let's see United versus City in the FA Cup final. So guys, that's my thoughts and your tactical preview for this match. Of course, if you have any thoughts, get them down in the comments as always. Don't forget, like, comment and subscribe. Helps us out so much. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.